The whales. This is very concerning. Nobody expected them to do that. Is this actually a betrayal? Without the whales, we are helpless. But there's a very crucial detail that we don't pay enough attention to. What is it about? Well, let me explain. Disclaimer. Something very disturbing happened today, and it's shaken the Shiba Inu community. People have already been worried for a while now, as Shiba Inu's price keeps dropping. It's been a rough time for holders and supporters, watching the value slip more and more. But what happened today has made things even worse. The community's concern has turned into frustration and fear. For a long time, many were hoping for a rebound, or at least some stability. But today's event has added fuel to the fire. But what actually just happened? Well, as some people say, another day, another twist regarding Shiba Inu. This phrase perfectly sums up the ongoing struggle for the community. Today's disturbing news started with something that seemed exciting at first glance. Shiba Inu's on-chain activity showed a sharp increase in whale movements. According to Into the Block, over 1.62 trillion Shiba Inu tokens were moved by whales in just the past 24 hours. In terms of money, this jumped from $14 million to $22 million. Such a large amount of money moving around definitely catches attention. When whales or big investors make moves like this, it can send waves through the market. These are not small trades. They have the power to shift prices, either positively or negatively. And while some might see this kind of activity as a sign of life, for others, it raises big questions about what's really going on behind the scenes. The sheer volume involved shows that something major is happening, and it's impossible to ignore. Over the past day, there have been 58 transactions, each worth at least $100,000. With the total volume moved, we can see that the average size of each transaction was about 27 billion Shiba Inu, or just over $380,000. That's almost 4 times the normal size of a large transaction in Shiba Inu. But here's the catch: the direction in which these tokens were mostly moving. By looking at another key metric, the large holders' net flow, which tracks the balance of inflows and outflows of Shiba Inu in the wallets of these large holders, we see a worrying trend. In the last 24 hours, it dropped sharply into the negative, from 176 billion Shiba Inu to a staggering negative 200 billion Shiba Inu. This means more tokens were flowing out of whale wallets than coming in. Given this context, there's really nothing to celebrate. Instead, this shift points more towards panic. If whales are pulling out this much, it's a signal that confidence is dropping. For the community, this isn't a good sign at all. Instead of seeing this as positive activity, it's becoming clear that things are getting worse. Digging deeper, we can see the real issue. Outflows of Shiba Inu from whale addresses have jumped by 74%, while inflows have dropped by 43%. This clearly shows that the whales aren't just moving tokens around. They're actively getting rid of them, not adding to their holdings. But why is this happening? Have they finally had enough? Well, recently, concerns have been spreading online about the massive supply of Shiba Inu tokens. Many feel that the team isn't doing enough to address this problem. One user even tweeted directly at the Shiba Inu dev team, saying, "Supply is the major disadvantage for us. Do something, guys." This frustration is growing, and it seems like the whales are responding by reducing their positions, adding more pressure to the situation. And here's something you should understand. The argument about Shiba Inu's huge supply isn't new at all. People have been discussing this issue since the very beginning of Shiba Inu's creation. It's been a constant topic because the sheer number of tokens in circulation makes it hard for the price to climb significantly. Over the years, the DV team has tried to tackle this problem. They've launched projects like shibarium, designed to help reduce supply, and recently, they even introduced automated burns to destroy tokens and lower the amount in circulation. But despite all these efforts, the results haven't been as impactful as people hoped. Sure, the ideas behind these strategies are solid, but they haven't really delivered the kind of change the community is looking for. This kind of situation isn't uncommon in business. For example, Tesla once faced massive skepticism when it kept missing production targets, and people doubted whether the company could really deliver on its promises. Yet over time, they've turned things around, and now it's one of the biggest companies in the world. So while it might feel like the current efforts to reduce the supply aren't working, it could simply be that we're looking at it from a short-term perspective. Big changes take time, especially in projects like this. Maybe the real problem is that we're not giving enough space for these strategies to play out over the long term. If we zoom out and take a broader view, the results might look very different down the line. Looking at it long-term could shift the way people understand what's happening right now. However, in response to this rising concern and the viral tweet from the community, Lucy, a member of the Shiba Inu dev team, shared an important message. She was replying to an ex-user who asked the developers to take action on the Shiba Inu supply. Lucy explained that the developers actually can't change the Shiba Inu supply because Ryoshi, the mysterious creator of Shiba Inu, burned the keys. This means no one has control over the supply anymore. Much like Bitcoin's creator Satoshi Nakamoto, Ryoshi vanished from social media back in May 2022, leaving no way for anyone to alter Shiba Inu's fundamental setup. Lucy added that the only way to reduce the supply is for Shiba Inu to be bought and burned, and for that to happen, it takes money. This brings up an interesting point. While the community is frustrated and wants the team to do something, Lucy's response highlights the reality that the power to reduce supply is now in the hands of the market. It's not something the dev team can just switch off or fix. This raises some deeper questions. If reducing the supply is so tied to buying and burning, does that mean the future of Shiba Inu is more dependent on community-driven efforts and investments than many thought? It also puts a spotlight on the broader challenge of balancing supply with demand in a decentralized project like this. Lucy's response is a reminder that in crypto, some things are beyond anyone's control, and that might explain why the burn strategies haven't yet delivered the results people want. Still, it could be too soon to judge. As mentioned earlier, maybe it's all about the long game, and the bigger picture will look different once more people understand that these efforts take time and money. Lucy also shared an exciting part of the strategy that could significantly boost Shiba Inu burns. To really reduce the supply in a big way, we need millions, even billions of users. The plan is to build an epic system that brings in tons of people using shibarium every day. The more users we have, the more Shiba Inu can be burned, making it more valuable over time. This reveals the bigger vision behind Shiba Inu's future. It's not just about reducing supply through small, isolated burns, but rather about creating a thriving ecosystem that naturally burns Shiba Inu as it grows. This idea is ambitious, but makes sense. If shibarium becomes a huge success and attracts millions of daily users, the burn rate could increase significantly, and the supply issue might gradually take care of itself. However, this is no small task. Building a system that brings in billions of users is easier said than done, and it may take years to reach that kind of scale. But if they succeed, it could transform the value of Shiba Inu in a way that slow, manual burns never could. When we put all this information together, we see a complicated but intriguing picture. On one hand, the community's frustration is understandable. Big whales are selling off, and the current burn strategies haven't delivered noticeable results. On the other hand, the long-term vision laid out by Lucy shows that the Shiba Inu team is thinking big. They believe that the real solution lies in building a large user base, not just trying to artificially reduce supply. But what is your opinion on that? Comment down below. I'd be eager to read your opinion. If you are curious to find more, then make sure to click on one of the videos you see on the screen. And with that, we come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, please like this video, and don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section. This really helps me with the YouTube algorithm. Also, please share this video with as many people as possible. Let's get this news out there.